Imagine working before email. You go, sorry, dude, it's 5 o'clock.
I'm out.
The amount of times I used to like be answering emails at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
Oh, buddy, me too. I had the job. Ooh, excuse me. The job, not before this, but the one before the movie trailer place. My boss was such a workaholic. It would be like 8 p.m. Everybody else would have gone home except for like 1 or 2 editors and a couple guys in the control room. He would come out of his office and go, okay, you want to write some TV scripts that no client had asked for?
Like TV show scripts?
No, like coming this fall, da-da-da. Seriously, like 5 different lines. That's it. Just coming this fall, the surprise that no one saw coming, da-da-da-da. And just like every fucking possible iteration and permutation on that thing. It's just your brain was mush at the end of the day. You'd have to write 20 of them and he would write 10 and then we'd print them out an hour later and then go over them, and what a fucking nightmare that was.
Right.
Ugh. And then you'd have to wake up and do it all again the next day.
Or you fucking get emails on the weekend and it stresses you out. I don't want to think about this shit.
We had a leak one time because the Angry Birds trailer got leaked, and we were one of the only places working on the Angry Birds trailer.
Was it you guys?
I don't know who leaked it.
But did it come from you?
I think it did because it had our watermark on it. Eventually, the questioning came down to me, and I had watched it. They were able to see, like, someone watched it in Marina Del Rey. And I sat there in the meeting, and I got so hot, and for like 3 seconds, I thought about it, and I was like, they might be able to figure out it was you anyway. You might as well fess up. And I said,
I watched it. I was at a buddy's house, and I watched it on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I pulled it up and was like, hey, you want to see the Angry Birds movie trailer? And showed it.
But that doesn't mean you were responsible for the leak.
No,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe, who knows? Maybe the Wi-Fi I was on and my friend was at a hotel and it wasn't me, and it ended up being fucking nothing.
Who could possibly care about the Angry Birds trailer?
Mike Pavlik. He was the executive in charge of the entire marketing campaign.
Oh, I thought he was the creator of Angry Birds or something.
No, and this guy was an a-hole. We'd get on the call, hey, okay, so what the fuck do you guys have for me?
No way.
PM. Yeah, that's how they all were. Oh, and remember the big Sony leak, the hack? Because they were coming out with the North Korea movie, the interview?
Yeah.
One of the big things that happened was all of the salaries for like all the executives got leaked, and we found out how much
That's kind of sick.
He made $1 million a year.
Fuck.
That was his salary. And we were just like, fucking Mike Pavlik? God damn, dude.
Pavlik my balls.
And he like got his whole start because he did a bunch of the marketing for a couple of Adam Sandler movies. Like Sandler was a good friend of his, and then he just used that to become a big executive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Happy Madison on the Sony lot.
Oh, yeah? That was my favorite part about that job, or the job before that where I was a PA, is going to all the studio lots and just like walking around, smoking weed in my car, going home.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. But it was cool. I felt important. Be like, I got these tapes. I got to get them to Mike Pavlik.
I got to go get reamed out by Mike Pavlik. Are you the kid who watched it in Marina Del Rey?
He didn't care about me. I was just a lowly nobody. Oh, this is my very first week at that fucking trailer job. Part of my job was quality control, watching the trailer.
Yeah, we all remember the Hotel Transylvania fuck up.
There was no fuck up there. My voice was in it, going,
There was one where you like wrote the copy wrong though.
Yeah, that's why I got fired. But my very first week there, it was the Angry Birds teaser. We sent it out on a Friday evening at like 7 p.m. And after we sent it out, I'm watching it back one more time because I'm really paranoid because it's my very first week on the job. And it's so hard because the animation for the movie isn't even complete yet. So for all I know, it was intentional. And I noticed that there's a duplicate frame. So there's like one shot of this bird, and then 30 seconds later, it's the same shot. Duplicate frame. And I was like, fuck, this already went out to the client. What do I do? That job was like Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if I don't say anything, the client's going to catch it and ask why we didn't catch it. My boss is going to ask why I didn't catch it. So I'm going to get in front of this now and call my boss and tell him. So I did. And he said, well, why didn't you notice? Why didn't you catch it? Oh, I don't know. Because I've watched this teaser 100 times in the week that I've been here.
And I'm high.
And also, isn't that the fucking editor's job? Duplicate frame. Fuck you, Mike. He was a nice guy.
You worked for another Mike, too.
I had 4 different bosses. It was awful. When that guy interviewed me, this is how the interview went. He's just wiggling in his chair like this.
You like eating pussy?
No. He just goes,
what's your favorite movie?
and I was like, Terminator 2.
Why?
Because it fucking rocks and da-da-da. He goes,
That's cool.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
what do you want? Like, give me more here. I don't know. I cried when I got fired from that job. I felt humiliated. I had to do the walk of shame on a Friday.
All because you fucked up that copy?
Yeah, technically it was my job. I'm the last person to see it. So because I didn't catch it, that was like a little mistake. But you do enough of those, which is par for the course with a job that impossible. After they fired me, they hired another girl who they fired. And then they hired another person who they fired. And then they finally got wise and were like, this job is impossible.
Right.
They hired 3 people
Oh, wow.
to do my job. I was so tempted to email them all and say, wow. Wow. Interesting. You guys had to do that because the fucking one job was literally impossible. Fuckers.
That's what's so annoying about LA too. Everyone acts like their jobs are so important. Like, even if you're making movies, shut up.
They swear like, oh, if the client gets any kind of like thing, it's just so unprofessional. It reflects poorly on us. No, you know what would reflect poorly is like a leak. Missing the word the in a script
Right.
that Adam Sandler has to read for Hotel Transylvania 2. Where you literally
fine.
hear him just go, oops, and then he reads it just fine.
Right. Inconsequential.
And what was frustrating is I knew I could do the producer's job so easily, but you had to go through the rigmarole of the administrative job that I was doing first. And I was like, why do I care? I don't want that job. Because then I thought, oh, well, ultimately I could end up like Mike Pavlik and make $1 million a year.
I could be Sony's Mike Pavlik.
But then, you know what that job is like? Your whole life is whatever movie you're working on for like
dude, those
9
guys don't
months.
do anything. All of Hollywood is run by assistants. Mike Pavlik yells at assistants.
Yes.
It's the most fucked up thing. That dude gets $1 million. He has producers under him and development people under him.
If the movie does well, he gets promoted.
And then those people supervise like an army of assistants who are just anxious all the time, just nervous wrecks, constantly worried they're going to fuck something up, and then getting fired for it, crying and been like, I should have never came here from Ohio.
My very first movie that I had to work on at that place that I got dropped right in the middle of was Annie, the revival with Jamie Foxx. I must have watched the trailer for Annie 100 times.
Is Jamie Foxx Daddy Warbucks?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah. I had to watch those TV commercials probably collectively 500 times. My brain was rotted. My one regret, I hadn't yet discovered LaCroix.
Dude, that is a fucking regret, dude. Coming to LaCroix too late?
Their fridge was stocked with the shit. And people were just pounding them all the time. And I was like, what is with this fizzy water everybody's drinking? Duplicate frame.